Hi, and welcome to the Know Your Outcome video in the Your Success Planner training series. And in this video, we're going to start to get a real feel and a look at what your big picture looks like. Now, the planner is great. It's going to help you create that pathway to your extraordinary year. The thing is, you can only really create an effective pathway when you get really clear on where you're heading. So get really clear on the outcome that you want at the end. Stephen Covey says that you must begin with the end in mind. And that's because we only really know the actions, the really effective actions that we need to take when we know where we're heading. And you know, this is also, as we've already talked about, one of the success principles of NLP, and it's the first one. So we begin with the end in mind, as Stephen Covey says, and then we work backwards into who we need to be and what it is that we need to do to achieve that outcome. Now, outcomes can be all sorts of things, and most people choose an outcome by setting a goal for 12 months. Now, having a goal for 12 months is fantastic. But I'm telling you now, that goal for 12 months sometimes just isn't enough to keep you motivated, to keep you on track, to keep you persistent and determined and moving forward and being willing to grow into who you need to be to achieve it. It needs to be more than that. It needs to be so much more than that. And getting clear on your really big picture, meaning your 5-year vision, is going to give you that motivation when the going gets tough. And you know, the more amount of success that you want to achieve, the bigger your big picture, just know that the greater challenges you're going to come across. So you really need something extremely compelling that are going to get you through those challenging moments when the going does get tough. Now, a really compelling big picture has your values in it. I love Dr. John DeMartini's philosophy on values. He's one of my favorite mentors. And he says that motivation isn't an external thing. Motivation, true motivation, is internal, and it comes in the form of inspiration, and it's from fulfilling our values. So it's really important that our big picture needs to contain our values. And that's going to give us that compelling force. It's going to give us that motivation to keep going when the going does get tough. Now, our values are present in things that are important to us. You know, they're present in things that are important to us. And those things that are important to us, we put our time, our energy, or our money into. And that can be any aspect of your life. So let's get started on this. Let's turn to your big picture page. Okay. So to do a full values elicitation, you know, a full values elicitation can take 1 or 2 sessions with a coach. It can take 1 or 2 sessions with a coach, and there's a lot of depth to it, a lot of exploring in it. Now, we're going to take a bit of a shortcut on that for this training. And so this is why I've created the Your Big Picture page in your planner. You'll notice on your page for your big picture, you've got a wheel of life. Now, normally on a wheel of life, you already see different aspects of life in there that it's important to be fulfilled in. Now, I get that, and I love those wheels of life too. The thing is, if you want to feel really compelled, a really compelling force to achieve what it is that you want to achieve, then those goals need to be set around your values. So this is why you've got a blank wheel of life, because we're going to work out what it is that's really important in your life. And the things that are really important to you now are the things that you put your time, your energy, or your money into. And that could be anything, you know. It's different for everyone. For some people, they put a lot of time and energy into their intimate relationship. For some, it's family. For others, it's friendships. For some, it's business. For others, it's health. For some, it's finances. For some people, it's personal development or education or travel. It's different for everyone, and there's no right or wrong in this. It's just what it is for you. Because when you define what it is for you, that is when you're going to be able to make your big picture really compelling and give you something that you are going to powerfully move towards, not feel a resistance to move towards. And I trust that you get that. Okay, so here's that wheel of life, and you'll notice it's divided into 8 segments. There's 8 segments in this wheel of life, and I'm not sure whether you're seeing it back to front or not. I hope not. And here's your wheel of life. So what I want you to do is I want you to sit down and have a think about what aspects of your life you put your time, your energy, or your money into. Which aspects of your life is it for you? Now, there may be 8 aspects of life that you put your time and energy and money into. There may be only 3 or 4, and that's okay. You know, nothing's missing, nothing's broken. That's okay. You know, if it's only 3 or 4 for you, then that's fine. Then just fill in 3 or 4 of those segments. If it's a full 8, then fill out the full 8. But it's one aspect of life in each segment that you put your time, your energy, or your money into. And allow yourself some time to do this. So pause the video if you need to. When you've done that, I want you to notice that there is a scale down here. See, there's a scale on 1 to 10. It's a scale on 1 to 10, and I want you to imagine that all those segments have the same scale of 1 to 10. All of those segments have the same scale of 1 to 10. And what I want you to do is on each segment, I want you to mark on a scale of 1 to 10 as to how fulfilled you feel in that aspect of your life. 10 obviously being incredibly fulfilled, that it just can't get any better than it is right now. Yeah, 10 is the most incredibly fulfilled. Obviously 1 is not very fulfilled at all. So mark the segments all the way round on a scale of 1 to 10 as to how fulfilled you feel in that aspect of your life. So if you've got family in there and you're not completely fulfilled, you wish you had more time with your family or that sort of thing, then you maybe mark it as a 5 or a 6 or a 7, whatever it is. If you've got health in there and you feel like, you know, you wish you were healthier, you wish you were fitter or whatever it is, then you might mark it as a 7 or an 8. You know, whatever it is for you, I want you to mark on each segment how fulfilled you are on a scale of 1 to 10 all the way round. I can't see, I'm moving backwards there. So all the way around, just put a mark on each segment, and pause the video if you need a bit more time to do that. When you've done that, I want you to join the dots. So each mark you've put on each segment, I want you to join the dots. So join those dots so it looks like you've got a bit of a wonky wheel. Unless you're absolutely 100% fulfilled in every aspect of your life, then it'll be a nice smooth curved wheel. Most people have a bit of a wonky wheel, and that's okay. So just join all the dots to see how fulfilled you are in each aspect of your life. Cool. Fantastic. All right. When you have done that, I want you to now have a think about what needs to be happening in that aspect of your life for you to feel that it's a 10. So look at each aspect of your life that you've marked on your wheel and how fulfilled you are in it now. And just decide, you maybe write this down in a separate notebook, just decide what you feel needs to be happening, or what that aspect of your life needs to look like for you to feel that it's a 10, meaning 100% fulfilled, that it just can't get any better. And just jot down some notes. and pause the video again if you need to. Okay, so now we're going to start. This gives us a really good foundation to start from as to where we are now, and I trust that you get that. Yeah, so it's giving you a really good view on where you are now, which helps you start to decide on where you want to be. So now you've got that foundation. Let's start to move forward and start to look at what you want it to look like. Now, your big picture or your 5-year vision needs to fill you with a full state of love. You need to be in a full state of love when you're deciding on your big vision. So be in that full state of love when you're deciding on that big vision, because the state of love and gratitude and appreciation is where we manifest from. It's where we manifest from. So the more love that your vision is surrounded with, the easier you're going to find to move towards it. So what I want you to think about is let's start to look at how we can create that feeling of love and appreciation before we start to look at your big picture. That feeling of love and appreciation you need to have for that 5 years vision is kind of like that same feeling that you have for that person that you completely love and adore. You know, that one person, or it might even be an environment that you visit, you know, a place that you visit, or it might be even an animal. I know for a lot of people it's an animal. You know, that absolute feeling of just love and appreciation, that you just love that person or that environment or that animal so much. And I want you to get a picture in your mind of that person or that environment or that animal that you have that absolute deep feeling of love for, that deep feeling of love. And now you've got that. Now you have that thought in your mind, that person, that place, or that animal in your mind. What I want you to do now is close your eyes. Now, you need to be in a place that is safe for you to do this. So if you're driving and listening to this, then you need to pause the video and wait until you're in a safe place and just start watching, and then just start watching the video again so you can do this exercise. So if you're in a safe place now, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes and create a picture in your mind of that person, that environment, or that animal that you feel that deep sense of love for. That you feel that deep sense of love for. Just create that picture in your mind. And as you do that, I want you to notice their face, or notice the aspects of the environment that you love, or notice the aspects, the parts, what it is about the way they look that you love. Notice what it is that you love about this person specifically. You know, the things that they do, the things that they say maybe, the way they behave around you. Or notice what it is about the environment that you love, you know, the way you feel when you're in that environment, the beauty of it, you know, what it is that you love about that environment, or that animal even, you know, that sense, that deep sense of love that you have for them. Just create that picture in your mind, and I want you to float down into your own body in that moment, so that you're actually in that environment. So you're in that environment where you feel that deep sense of love, or you're with that person that you have that deep sense of love for, or with that animal that you have that deep sense of love for. Notice what you love, notice what it is that you love about them even more. Hearing their voice, or hearing the sounds of the environment, feeling their touch. Or notice sensing the emotions or the feelings that you get in that environment or around that animal. Just noticing that even more and feeling that deep sense of love and appreciation really welling up in your body. As you're spending that time with that person, that animal, or you're spending time in that place and really just lapping up that feeling, that deep sense of love and appreciation as you notice what you love about them or that place. And now I want you to retain that feeling of love that you're feeling right now. Just retain that feeling of love and move forward now with the intention of bringing that feeling of love with you. Move forward with the intention of bringing that feeling of love with you, and move forward to 5 years from now. Move forward to 5 years from now. So you see yourself 5 years from now. And notice what's happening in your life 5 years from now, in all those aspects of your life that you deeply value. All those aspects of your life that you deeply value. Notice what's happening in those aspects of your life to have you feeling that deep sense of love and appreciation every single day, so that you can't wait to get out of bed every morning. Notice where it is that you're living. Notice who you're spending your time with. Notice where you're working, how much you're working, what you're doing. Notice what your health is like, your fitness is like, your friendships, your social life, your finances, your relationship. Whatever it is for you, whatever it is that you deeply value and what's important to you, that has you feeling that deep sense of love and appreciation every single day. So you just can't wait to get up in the morning. Just notice everything that's happening. See what you're seeing. Hear what you're hearing, and feel what you're feeling, that absolute fulfillment, that deep sense of love and appreciation, noticing it even more, what's happening in your life 5 years from now, noticing the details, noticing the kind of things that you're doing that you're not doing now, that will have those aspects of your life at a 10, where you feel that deep sense of love and appreciation every single day. Because your life is exactly as you want it to be. And it's different for you, it's different for another person. Whatever it is for you, there's no right or wrong in this. It's what it is for you. What you want your relationships to be like, your finances, your health, your family life, your friendships, your travel life, if you value travel, your personal development, your education, where you're living, the things that you're doing in your spare time, how much work you're doing, what's happening in your business if you have a business. To have you feeling that deep sense, that deep, deep sense of love and appreciation every single day. Create that picture in your mind right now and see what you're seeing. Hear what you're hearing, and feel what you're feeling right now. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And just noticing how it feels as you open your eyes, retaining all that information that you saw, heard, and felt. And what I want you to do now is turn to this page, your 5-year vision, and I want you to start writing down exactly what you saw, exactly what you heard, and exactly what you felt. In all the detail, just writing it all down. What you saw, heard, and felt in every single aspect of your life that's important to you, that you value. And what's happening in those aspects to make it a 10 for you. So that you feel that deep sense of love and appreciation every single day of your life. Your ideal life 5 years from now. And before you watch the next video, make sure that you do this. Make sure that you do this exercise and start to gain real clarity around where you're heading. And please remember that I'm here to support you. So please ask questions, make comments, and I'll get to you and give you a response as soon as I can. Have fun with this. This is a really fun part. It's a really fun, creative part. Deciding on your outcome is really cool. And just remember that you can have anything you want. You can have anything you want. Anything. It's just about becoming who you need to be, doing what you need to do to have it. That's it. That's all it is. Thank you for sharing this with me, and I look forward to sharing with you again very soon. See you soon. Bye-bye.